Y'all not gonna believe what I'm about to tell y'all. If they started blaming the Texas flood on black people, look at this.
What you are not being told by the media anyway is that the death toll likely would not have been as high if it wasn't for DEI. This Texas tragedy is just the latest example.
Of all the MAGA people out here, Charlie Kirk is probably the dumbest. And this dude keeps on bragging about not going to college. You should have gone to college.
Chuckle Cook, bring your homely five-headed ass to the front yet again. Are you seriously going to talk shit about people who are dead in Texas? Are you seriously going to talk shit? Holy airball. Nothing but air, Chuckles. But since I don't just spew bullshit on a podcast so that my sponsors pay me to lie every fucking hour of every fucking day and allow me to fucking not even have to wear the white hood anymore, allow me to educate your college community dropout having ass.
Ah, there's Charlie Kirk making yet another one of his patented despicable arguments. This time it's that the death toll in Central Texas would be lower from that flooding on July 4th if the fire chief in Austin wasn't black. Yeah, you heard him. He blames it all on DEI, but he never really makes that argument. Instead, it's about the race of the fire chief.
So how long did you think it was going to take for some MAGA Republicans to start blaming DEI for flooding deaths in Texas? Less than a week? Well, you're right. And it's coming from this man right here, Charlie Kirk. This is getting so old and tired. I'm wondering who's even buying this.
It's quite funny to see how after Texas flood took life of a lot of people, this time around things are taking another turn. This MAGA influencer Charlie Kirk is trying to blame DEI higher the cause of this incident. We've been saying whatever something happened, these people will look away to come out to blame always black people. They are trying to show the whole world that black people, they are the reason of each and everything which is happening in America. This Texas is a red state. Mayor and the governor, they are Republicans. This black fire chief, Austin, who stays in 2 hours away from where this incident happened, I don't understand how is it connected to this till you even come out on camera to say something like this. Guys, let's talk about this episode because a lot of people are pissed. I don't understand what is really happening. Drop your opinion in the comment section. Let's get to hear different content creators or credits belongs to them. Then you come back with more commentaries.
Well, it's official. This little no-lip MAGAnite is officially placing the blame for what happened in Texas on DEI. Yep, that is the direction he is currently going with it. He said, hey, it's not Trump's fault. No, even though Trump ended up doing all those budget cuts, even though that system was old and they shut it down. Yeah, he said they're going to blame DEI instead. At least that's what he's going to do. He's going to blame those DEI workers.
So an all-white fire chief association is blaming a black fire chief for the floods that happened in Texas. An all-white people are blaming a black fire chief for the floods in Texas. You're blaming the wrong color. The color you should be blaming is orange. And he's in the White House. All the blame should go to him. All of it. The nerve to blame anybody black. You had a chance to blame it on a black person, but you voted for someone who was orange when you could have voted for someone who was black. Y'all said no. 77 million of you, plus the ones who didn't vote, plus the ones who voted third party. You could have blamed it on someone black, but you didn't. So blame it on someone orange. Blaming this on a black fire chief is insane work, nefarious work, nasty, nasty work.
I don't think you realize how outrageous the situation regarding the Texas floods is. So Kirk County received $10 million under the Biden administration, but they didn't want to use it for flood prevention, which it was meant to be used for, because they claimed that the Biden regime was a Marxist, communist, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? They ended up using that money instead on paying all their, like giving a huge pay raise to all their cops and buying more infrastructure and equipment for them, right? So what happened out there is incredibly sad, and the people that died, like, my heart goes out to them. But to the fucking county officials, like, dude, y'all are pieces of shit. You know, like, that money could have literally saved fucking lives. But instead, what? Your cops got new fucking cars and a pay raise? Wow, okay.
So it didn't take long for the MAGA white nationalists to blame black people. Whenever they have a chance, they'll blame black people, gay people, women. So the folks on the ground, the white men, are blaming a black fire chief for the disaster and the deaths in Texas. Yep. An all-white fire chief association is blaming a black fire chief. A Fox News pundit is blaming this black fire chief. Charlie Kirk is calling it another DEI hire that has resulted in tragic deaths. You guys want to know who they're blaming? The fire chief of Austin, Texas. Austin is 2.5 hours away from Hunt, Texas, the hardest hit part of the flood, where the Christian camp is located. 2.5 hours away, they're blaming a black fire chief. This is their effort, if you can't see it by now, to put only white, straight men in leadership positions, in power, accumulating all the wealth, and having everybody else work in menial slave labor type jobs. This is why education is being gutted. This is why DEI has been destroyed. This is why brown people are being deported. This is all of it. He must have been the closest black fire chief they could find, 2.5 hours away.
It's wild. That's God's work. God is doing that. Does that mean that Charlie Kirk believes that God is a person of color? Because you're blaming a natural disaster on black people. Does that mean that you believe that God is a person of color? I'll take that.
Trump gave you, but Trump directly cut funding for weather service and disaster mitigation. And you're gonna fucking blame DEI? Are you kidding me? Come on, brother. Even officials in the area said that Trump's cuts are directly responsible for the lack of response and mitigation in all of this. But as usual, y'all are just gonna say, but black people! Because for some reason that's your fucking go-to. And the part that makes this all even crazier is what has Donald Trump been focusing on? Getting rid of illegal immigrants. Who showed up to help all the people in Texas? Fucking Mexico, brother! You know who I didn't see there? I didn't see the Proud Boys. I didn't see any January 6th rioters. I saw Mexicans. People who have to worry that they're going to get deported even while they're helping. I genuinely don't understand how your side has a voter base at all. Does our side have its problems? Yeah, for sure. You guys? I don't understand how you have a base at all.
Hey family, so now we are told that the flood in Texas was caused by black and brown people trying to get rid of the white race. Yes, you heard that. I cannot make this stuff up. Many of the MAGA nuts, especially some of the white evangelical nationalists, believe in a conspiracy theory that we, black and brown people, somehow, along with the Jews, have manipulated the weather system. Yes, I'm not lying to you. And caused the flooding in the predominantly white area so that we can kill off white folk and then we can just have life without white folk. Here's the thing, white people, especially you racist white folk. If black and brown people wanted to get rid of you, don't you think we would have? But the truth of the matter is we don't care enough about you to even think about getting rid of you, because we know those of you who are filled with hatred, vitriol, racism, prejudice, bigotry, xenophobia, homophobia, and all the other phobias, that God, the same God that you think you're serving, God has the final say, and he's going to deal with you on Judgment Day. So we don't have to be your judge and juror. See, the problem is you think that the same hatred you have in your heart towards people of color reciprocates within the hearts of black people. And I keep telling you all, we don't have the same heart. We don't operate like that. So give yourself a break, okay? Calm your little petty behinds down, okay? Because the last thing we are thinking about is you racist, ignorant, MAGA nuts, okay?
When we have a new administration in place, in office, I don't understand whenever something happens, they would come out to blame last administration as if they are still in office. Sometimes when you try to use even a logic, try make it make sense. It's been 6 months you are in office. You know already this Texas river, it always brings problems in a rain season. It's not something which happened for the first time. But after you come out in office, you never think to do something about it, and you are blaming Biden. Biden last year gave out 10 million to control this issue. You have seen they tried their best level. I don't understand how till that you are still want to blame them.
Chuckle Cook, bring your homely five-headed ass to the front yet again. Are you seriously going to talk shit about people who are dead in Texas? Are you seriously going to talk shit? Yeah. Holy airball. Nothing but air, Chuckles. But since I don't just spew bullshit on a podcast so that my sponsors pay me to lie every fucking hour of every fucking day and allow me to fucking not even have to wear the white hood anymore, allow me to educate your college community dropout having ass. Let's start with the basics. First of all, Kirk County authorities discussed warning systems at least 20 times since 1987. 20 times. 20 different times since 2016. At all the fucking county commissioner meetings. Oh, rare. It must be DEI. Hey, Chuckles, pop quiz. Who is Paul Ura? Yeah, he's the warning coordinator meteorologist at the National Weather Service in Austin and San Antonio, who took early retirement in April due to why? Glad you asked. Doge cuts. Doge cuts. Remind me who runs Doge. Is it a DEI hire? I don't think so. I think it's Big Ball. Oh, wait, did Big Balls leave? I think Big Balls left. So who's left? But wait. There's more. There's always fucking more. We're gonna read from one of my favorite fucking documents, Project 2025. You know, the one I've been reading to you and screeching to you about since last July? What's that say right there on the bottom of page 664? The National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, should be dismantled and many of its functions eliminated, sent to other agencies, privatized, or placed under the control of states and territories. Wait. Is Project 2025?
This time around, I think people are going to get used that whatever happened in America, they will always blame black people. They will always look away to put each and everything on them, because I don't understand. Whenever we see something happen, it's always on black people. Whenever something happen good, you will never see them talk about black people. But when it is something which is harming people, it's a way you hear them talking about black people. This Texas flood, it's a natural disaster. It's not something which comes for the first time, as we talked earlier. It is something which has been happening years after years, and everyone knows about it. It's not something which we wake up and see that, oh wow, it's just coming. And it's quite funny to see how right now these Republicans are in charge of each and everything. They hold the government budget. They have each and everything. They are cutting money here and there to save a lot of money. But for them, they still trying to see, no. There is no any problem in Texas. People should blame Biden administration. After Biden administration, now they are trying to tell these MAGA influencers to start spread the rumors that they should put everything on black people, so that everyone in America, all those people who lose their lives, they will start to hate black people, and they always push them to do. This red is this Texas is a red state. You all know that. They came out in a big number to vote for this new administration to come back in office. This time around, we have seen a lot of people has lost their lives because of this incident. When you are trying to say that black people are the one to blame, especially you are pointing this black chief that he because he is a DI hire, it's the reason each and everything happened, because he was supposed to come back and try to do something about it. Have you ever seen that flood the way it was a 30-meter under? Have you seen each and everything? How come this chief would come to solve this flood as a human? When you try to see each and everything which is really happening, we have seen other white people try to come out to say, no. We are blaming black people. Why black people are trying to put each and everything in a politics? They should shut up their mouth if we don't want to hear anything. They are mocking us that we lose our life. They are mocking us because majority who got this incident, they are white. No wonder we don't want any black people to talk about it. Now you see why you don't want black people to talk about it. We have also black people who stays in Texas. You are not alone staying there. This is something which concerns each and everyone nationwide, and you are pissed. It's quite funny to see how till date people don't want to learn a lesson of what happened. People don't want to see that it's high time we stop each and everything, all this misunderstanding here and there, and people started to build the country in a way so that everyone will see that at least there is a change. But since this new administration came back in office, things are getting worse and worse. You are trying to say, this is a blue state, this is a red state. We don't want to hear this, we don't want to hear this. If you have a governor who is a Republican, you have a mayor who is a Republican, and you are turning to come saying DI, what is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of that? And if it was a black people who say something like that, you would have seen how MAGA people will come and scream a lot about them. You are trying to show that DI hire, they are incompetent, they don't know anything, they don't know how to do their jobs. You have seen last time these airplane crashes, they also learn so fast to put it on DI hire. Now you see, each and everything DI, each and everything DI. I think this time around, these people, they are trying to show their true color, because before they come back in office, few people never knew anything about DI. We've been hearing DI here and there, and most of us, we never knew even the meaning. But since they come back, they try their best level to enforce this word so that whenever they say DI, you hear immediately that they are talking about black people. You have seen with the way they went in Walmart, Target, Home Depot, in those big stores. They forced them to remove DI. They forced them to do whatever they tell them to do. You have seen how they made a big loss. They end up closing. They end up crying, losing these DI customers. Now you see. Remove DI, remove this African hair, this black hair in your store. Remove all those traditional culture products they use. Just remain with something which will make white people to come back and buy for you. We no longer want these black people to come back in this store. You have seen. Mass boycott started. They started to lose customers. At the beginning, they thought that it's something which is going to work well on their side. But you have seen. Most branches of Walmart started to close. Target completely lost each and everything. They lose trillions of dollars because of this DI. Because this time around, the black people are now waking up. They know each and everything which is really happening around them. They know the situation. They know that no one wants them on American land. They know that no one has ever wished to see them staying there. They will never even like them. They came out in a big number to boycott Target, Walmart, and each and everything. You have seen yourself. And it brought a good impact because this big billionaire, they lose a lot of trillions of dollars in this short period possible after this new administration came back in office. You have seen the black power. Now, whatever is happening in Texas, they are trying to bring that segregation so that whenever white people will see black people, they will always think that, oh, I lose my wife during Texas flood because of black people. Now you see what they are trying to cook. Guys, let me know what you think about this intensive episode. Drop your opinion. Do you think this MAGA, what they are trying to bring, is fair? Thank you for watching this episode. See you in my next video.